Last night at halftime, I watched Rick Carlisle go into the locker room. And I will have to say, I'm rooting for Indiana because of Carlisle,
Yeah.
because of his humane connection, the fact that he was here with Boston, he coached with Larry Bird. Um, I'm just rooting for the dude right now. And he was not happy when he went at halftime. I mean, he had a look on his face. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he did in the second half. I It's not as dramatic as Doc Rivers in with the Lakers and the Celtics comeback out there in LA. But like he said at the podium, he said, just keep chipping away. Just keep chipping away. I believe that in comebacks like that, obviously Halliburton's the guy that he won it. Coaching has a lot to do with it.
Oh, I think so. I think Rick has become a borderline Hall of Fame coach. If he wins this championship, I think he's going to punch a ticket eventually. He's coached successfully at Detroit, at Dallas, etc. He's proven himself. I'm so proprietary toward him too. I mean, we both were around when he came here as a very mature rookie because he
Right.
had the old-fashioned experience that no longer is the pathway to the NBA, which is 4 years of high school, 1 year of prep school, go to college, play 2 years, transfer, sit out a year by the old rules, and then have 2 years. So that he was a 24-year-old rookie going on 25 when we got him. And we used to kid about how our rookie is older than the starting quarterback of the Patriots. It was Drew Bledsoe at the time. Okay. Anyway, self-taught piano player, intellectually oriented guy, studious student of the game. Not a great player. Had a little bit of a career. I still come back. One great contribution I'll always remember. He had a 10-point game on a Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles during that 85-86 season. It was a nice win. Anyway, it was predictable he'd get on the coaching track. He coached under Larry. Larry hired him in Indiana. He was a member of the last Indiana team to go to the finals in 2000 as assistant coach under Larry, who basically named him his defensive coordinator. He was known for his defense. He was known for methodical play in Detroit. He has totally reinvented himself. He has pulled a Pat Riley. Pat Riley went the other way. He went from Showtime to Thug Ball. Rick has gone from orthodox defense wins championships, blah blah blah, to a reincarnation of the Showtime Lakers. We have not seen a team score a basket after you've scored a basket with the frequency that they have done in many, many years. I don't remember any last night. See, OKC gets back. Obviously the Knicks did not get back on defense the way they should have. Anyway, he's got a fast break, up tempo oriented team. It suits his personnel. He's made every conceivable kind of adaptation. He's a smart guy. And I'll repeat something I told you about not too long ago. Here's the kind of guy he is as a human being. And one reason why I like him so much. When he was coaching the Pistons, I got a phone call one night, and it was from Rick Carlisle. And he was calling to lobby for certain of his players for all postseason awards. And he was doing that with known voting members that he knew personally. That's not normal. That's not normal at all in any sport. That's a good human being. That's a guy who truly does care about his players. And that's who Rick Carlisle is. So he's entirely and eminently rootable, no question. I got to have one before we. All right, yeah, good. Rick Carlisle, yes. So that's why.
No, go ahead. What's the story?
But I'm not rooting against OKC. I'm rooting for Indiana. And if OKC prevails, I'm going to be fine personally as a fan of basketball and a human being. Either way, but I certainly want Rick Carlisle to win.
Right. And yeah, there's a lot of Massachusetts, a lot of Boston connections, as we know, with these two teams. But we're both fans of Carlisle. So I don't think
I got one more for you. I got a
yeah.
great email from my friend Bruce Bosley up at the University of Vermont in Vermont. And he points out this is a Dee Rowe series because Rick Carlisle went to Worcester Academy where Dee Rowe coached.
Yep.
And Mark Denyo coached at UConn while Dee Rowe was the assistant coach, or right after assistant coach. So he's got UConn. This is a Dee Rowe, the late one of the most interesting and wonderful guys I ever dealt with in all sports was Dee Rowe. I'll tell you that. And he's up there in that big, retired coach's home in the sky, but a terrific guy. And it's a Dee Rowe. Thank you, Bruce. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Friend of the Cougs. And also, he was the coach before Calhoun, right?
Yeah, and he, Bob Cousy. This is when I heard about Dee Rowe. 1964. I'm a freshman at BC. I'm learning about, and you could go to practice. Practice were all open, everyone. Cousy never had a closed practice at BC, and that I know of. I certainly, my friends and I went routinely to practice. Anyway, the offense that Cousy installed, because remember, Cousy came right from the pros and right directly to BC after we retired in he had to come up with an offense. He had to come up with, there wasn't going to be the Celtics offense, He had to come up with an offense against the zone, which he never had to worry about in the NBA.
Right.
Who did he borrow? He went to Dee Rowe at Worcester Academy. He took Dee Rowe's stack, called a stack. He took Dee Rowe's stack up and installed it. And that's how I heard about Dee Rowe. So Bob Cousy looked up to Dee Rowe. Tells you about all you need to know at the beginning about Dee Rowe.
That's great stuff, Bob.